Video, I'm going to share with you 2 profitable Amazon KDP keywords that you can use to create low content books as well as medium content books. We're going to talk about these keywords. We're going to analyze them using the 4 free Chrome extensions that I talked about in the video linked in the description box below. Just a quick reminder, there will be 2 free trial links for you to take advantage of: a 30-day free trial all access Creative Fabrica account if you do not yet have an active subscription. Also a 30-day free trial for Canva Pro that will allow you to format, create, update your KDP interiors and covers for your Amazon KDP business. Now let's get started with the first keyword for today's video. The first keyword for today's video is fairy coloring book for kids ages 4 to 8, and it has a keyword niche score of 32 by Self-Publishing Titans. The total results are 2,304, which is ideal, around that 1,000, 2,000 mark. The average bestseller is 238,174, which is under 300,000, which is good to see. The average reviews are a massive 2,172, and the average price is $6.54. And we have a confirmation by Amazon Scout Pro Chrome extension, which gives us a number 8 for the keyword niche score. So Amazon Scout Pro has a keyword niche score scale between 1 to 9, 9 being the highest, so I'm pretty happy with number 8, and it beautifully complements this data that we have right here, total results between that 1,000 2,000 range about, and the average bestseller under 300,000. Great niche, and also it's a long tail as well. So we have the type of book, which is the coloring book, we have the theme, which is fairies, and it is for children, and we have the age group of the children, which is from 4 to 8 years old. So think about children that are 4 to 8 years old. What kind of things, what kind of illustrations are they interested in fairy wise? Try to not make it as complex, try to make it minimalistic, try to make it fun, try to make it engaging, a little bit of elements here and there around the main coloring sheet. Also, quantity does play a part, so the more coloring sheets you're able to include in your interior, the better value or the better perceived value it would offer. In terms of educational, with this fairy theme, you can't really make it educational unless you would kind of include maybe some letters, some words in there that are connected to the theme of fairy, because fairies are not factual, so it's not like you could include any sort of factual information to make it super educational. But you can include a sheet that includes the alphabet, you can include a sheet that includes some really easy words that are connected to the coloring sheet, for example, like flowers, like anything that children are interested in. It is a coloring book, so I'm mainly focusing on coloring sheets as well. So the quantity does matter. As I said, the more you're able to offer, a book with 50 coloring sheets would sell less than a book with 100 fairy coloring sheets in there. So the more the better. Quality is always important. This is not something to be discussed. So always aim for quality, then aim for quantity when it comes to that. Also, another thing is 8.5 times 11 inches would be great. It would be a large print. There would be space to doodle. There would be space to sketch. There would be a place for children to be creative a lot around that coloring sheet as well. So always a large print when it comes to these kind of niches. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this fairy coloring, copy that, and I'm going to take it over to Creative Fabrica, and we're going to have a look at the type of interiors that are available for you to download. Now remember, you're creating the book for 4 to 8 years old, so you don't want to opt for anything super complicated such as the first 3 or so sheets. Just ignore these are more for pre-teens, more for adults, so I would ignore these. I would focus on something much more basic, such as this one, for example. It would be best just a minimalistic fairy illustration as well. And you could also filter according to coloring pages, AI coloring pages as well, KDP interiors, so you could also filter according to that. This one's really nice. This one is an 8.5 times 11, and it contains 25 images. Now this one contains 50, so if I would, in this case, I would combine this, and then in order to make it more unique, I would upload the PDF to Canva Pro, which allows me to edit that PDF, and then I would add in some elements and combine them to make it unique. Add in a sheet with an alphabet, maybe Google some keywords that are connected to fairies or words that would help add that educational twist. This one's also nice as well, more for children around 4 to 5 and 6 years old, not really 8 years old. This one's nice. So you've got a couple of really good bulk designs that you can also use. Alternatively, if you do get the all access free trial linked below, or if you have a current active subscription, you can take advantage of the Spark. So just go over here to Spark and then select create coloring pages, and then you would put in your prompt. For example, I want a coloring sheet of a fairy sitting on a tree surrounded by flowers and mushrooms, magic mushrooms, for example, and then you say make it minimalistic, suitable for 4 to 8 years old, and then you would say, do you want a portrait, do you want a landscape, and then just click on ignite right over here, and then it will tell you to log in because you need to have a subscription for that, and then you'll be able to produce your own lovely coloring sheets that way. So that was the first keyword, fairy coloring book for kids ages 4 to 8 with a keyword new score of number 8 by Amazon Scout Pro. Let's have a look at our second and our final keyword, which is Robot Puzzle Adventures Activity Book. Robot Puzzles Adventures Activity Book has a keyword niche score of 39 by Self-Publishing Titans, which is good to see, and a keyword niche score of number 6 by Amazon Scout Pro Chrome extension, which beautifully complements that score given by Self-Publishing Titans. Also, the total results are under 1,000, which is ideal. They're sitting at 235. The average bestseller rank is around that 300,000, and it averages 340,980, and the average reviews are 1,091. The average price is $7.35. So what you're doing here is you're creating an activity book that revolves around robots, the theme of robots, and it is a puzzle adventures activity book. So it's basically a combination of puzzles and adventures. Activity book means that it contains a combination of puzzles, mazes, crosswords, word searches as well, any sort of activity related to robots. Now, robots, you could also add in that educational twist here and there without making it too educational, without making it seem like you're trying to teach something. Anything to do with factual information about robots, like when was the first robot built, by who was it built, what did it look like, what was special about it, the most updated things, just little factual pieces, a sentence or two on each 2-3 pages, that way to make it seem interesting. And that would also be a marketing hack because it would give that perceived added value, which is actually factual, because you are giving that added value by introducing actual factual information about robots in a very kind of systematic, engaging, educational and fun way as well. So let's have a look at Creative Fabrica, see if there's anything related to robots activity. So we're going to filter according to the KDP interiors. Right over here we are left with 20 robot activity sheets. Not exactly what I'm looking for, but you can also go ahead and change this. For example, this is copy that picture. This is something that's nice. You could also introduce a combination of 9 pages of learn how to draw robots, and then the actual illustration would be right over here, and all the child needs to do is copy that same illustration into that blank square, and it would be quite engaging and quite nice for them to do. This is a maze. You could easily turn that into a black and white. This one's a cut and glue, cut and match. This one's counting, cut and glue again, cutting practice. You could use a couple of these and combine them into a really good robots activity book as well. Now, also one thing, it's not specific, whether you are creating for adults, whether you're creating for children. So that again, it's up to you whether you decide to create an adult version or create a children version. Of course, when you're creating for adults, it's much more complex. You need to have a lot of activities in there. You need to have a lot of also some factual, fun kind of information in there as well to really keep the adult engaged. And the same applies for children. Always aim for 8.5 times 11 inches, a large print size, and I wish you all the best. Now, as a quick summary, the 2 keywords that were discussed in today's video were fairy coloring book for kids ages 4 to 8 and robot puzzles adventures activity book. Wish you all the best in your publishing journey. Let me know if you need any help. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.